the girl a-running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
It's a high time that Ford did this, but it's not. We'll see what happens. 7,000 owners of Ford Focuses and Fiestas ranging from 2011 to 2016 that have the infamous power shift transmissions are filing a class action lawsuit against Ford Motor Companies. Here's why. And I've had these in my shop. People say to me, "Can you fix this?" And it's kind of a trick, because they've already been to Ford with it when it was under warranty, and it did it then. And they wouldn't fix it. They couldn't fix it. There is no known fix for this. That's why the lawsuit. That's why you haven't heard of a recall on this. That's why you had these transmissions. They shudder, they slip, they buck, they jerk, they hesitate, and Ford has no fix for this. I've seen at least 10 of these in my shop. 10. That people I know, friends that bought the Focus. People like that little Focus for running around town. It's a great car. And the Fiesta is a little bitty car too, but it's good for chasing around. Good for a high school or college kid. But the transmission is it's like riding on the roller coaster when you're going up the hill. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. That's the way this thing runs. I'm dead serious. That's the way these cars operate. This whole they call it their power shift trans. Well, it's infamous for its junk shift. Now, if you own one of these, you want to go online, I'll give you the name of the company. Stern, S-T-E-R-N, Law, P-L-L-C. Go online to Stern Law, P-L-L-C. And if you've got a Focus or a Fiesta, join in the suit. Because that trans is never going to be any better. They will have to literally take that trans out and replace it with one that is completely different. Because they can't figure out what, in God's name, made this trans go chunk, 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 and just, it's terrible. It's a terrible trans. Talking about airbags again, 2 Japanese companies, Daicel and Toyota Gosei. Now, Toyota Gosei is spelled T-O-Y-O-D-A. Not to be confused with Toyota Motors. Although Toyota Motors owns 70% of Toyota Gosei. Well, they're investing in each other's equity, like a merger, you know. I guess I don't know what they call that over there in Japan, but here it's a merger. When you invest in each other, it's called a merger. To take the airbag market by storm. Toyota Gosei makes airbags, and Daicel makes the inflators. Now, the inflators are what Takata makes to make their airbags deadly. So these inflators are what the problem is. These people have that lick. They say they do. With the former big gun Takata in the financial jam of its life, they figure now is the time to cash in, and they're right. They're right. Now is the time to jump up and say, because I just told you, it's a great safety device. It's a great idea. It's a concept that is just perfect for its time. It doesn't work. Now, if these guys can make their airbags work, their inflators work, and be safe, the car company, they're going to take the car world by storm. They're absolutely going to take the car world by storm because the car companies are dying to have these airbags. They're a great safety feature, but they can't have them if they're going to kill people, and that's just not going to get it. The latest trend in auto financing. Can you imagine this? I've got some old buddy listeners out there. I know Al Sobal knows this. Al, the latest car loans are 73 to 84 months long. 73 to 84 months long. I understand. Okay. They're becoming the norm. So, through February of 2017, in the year of 17, so January and February, 33% of the loans nationwide were between 5 to 7 years long. You know, who cares? The cars are lasting longer, and people are keeping them longer. A 10-year-old car, a 200,000-mile car is not a shot car anymore. Not like it was in the old days. But I just can't imagine having the same car payment for 7 years. That's like buying a small house. That's insane. Whew. Well, it is what it is. I suppose they can spread it out like that. They can lower the payment so it's easier to make. And of course, the interest they collect on this loan is, you could have bought 4 cars. But 73 to 84 months. To old timers, that's just ludicrous. That just doesn't register correctly. Equipped 2016 models for the first time with wireless software update. If you have a 2016 or newer Ford vehicle and you need a software update, they're going to do it over the air, over the airwaves. They're gonna over the internet. They're gonna make your car better. Heal, if it's one of those things that you're under warranty, you need this update, they can fix it. I have a problem with that. Now, I like the idea of being able to park my car at night and go back upstairs and go to bed, and when I get up in the morning, my car is all updated. I don't have a problem with that. I like that. I have a problem with driving down the highway at 65 mile an hour, and all of a sudden you're going to upgrade my computer. Now, I know what it takes to upgrade my computer here at home, my laptop, my notebook. I have all the technology. I got a phone I got to upgrade half the time. It is. It's sometimes frustrating. But what are they going to do with this on the air, over the airwave update on the computer without changing something that is in the middle of calculating and driving the car? You got to be able to drive. This car's got to be able to drive while you're doing this. I got to be able to go down the road and go to Grandma's house, wherever I want to go. And now you want to interrupt my computer and update it? I don't know about that. I hope they have a foolproof way, and I mean foolproof, of turning it off and just putting it in when I'm not driving. Or if they are going to do it while I'm driving, they're not going to upset what's already going on. They're going to put this in and add it later. I don't want you updating this while I'm trying to drive. Can you imagine, we're going to upgrade your self-stopping system while you're driving. And as you're flying down to Dan Ryan, the brakes slam on. Tell that to the semi behind you, baby. Because he's coming. He's going to be right in your trunk before you got a chance to say, oh, God. So I don't know if I like it or not. It's actually, what it is a big cost saving just for the automakers. That's what it's for. Let's go to the car phone and see who's calling. Hey, you're on with the car guy.
Hey, Big George and T-Rex, it's John from Avanti. How you doing, guys?
How you doing, John? How you doing?
Okay. Hey, I have a potential advertiser for you. I heard there was a commercial on the radio. There's for, duct tape. People use that for a lot of reasons. Car guys use it. There's a brand of duct tape that's real heavy duty that you can put it on something that does, everything that you put it on, tape, it might not be clean and grease-free and dirt-free, and, it might have a little schmutz on it there. Well, there's a brand of duct tape called T-Rex that it's supposed to stick on everything. You can get it at Menards, and maybe you can have T-Rex be the spokesmodel for it.
We used to
T-Rex for T-Rex tape.
That's right. We used to use that tape on our stock car. It's 100-mile-an-hour tape, we call it. You put that on your car, and you go 100 mile an hour.
You're saying about this wireless update to your car. It reminds me, I heard a few months ago there was a symposium where all these brainiacs got together and were thinking of different problems that might show up in the future with all these wireless contacts and stuff with our cars and everything. And they gave a scenario that someday in the future, when your car has all this autonomous and wireless hookup, that some people, the bad guys, they're always out there thinking of ways, they're going to hack into your car, and you're going to hop, skip, and jump into your car to go to work some morning, and you got to start it and it won't start because it's been hacked, and you got to pay them, $300 in Bitcoins to get your car back.
Yeah, I understand. You know what? Yeah.
I mean, really, that's what they're going to do, because you know they will. If they do it, they shut down hospitals, they shut down police stations, they shut down all these, these malware comes in there, and the brainiacs that know about computers and stuff, a lot of them they say, just pay the money. Pay the money is the easiest way to get out of it. So you're going to have your car in the driveway or in a Walmart or somewhere, and you're not going to be able to start it. And you can't get around it until you pay these people what they want.
You know, John, you make a great point there. Thanks for calling, buddy. You're right up against the break, but thanks for calling, John. Makes a good point there, a very valuable point. But I have to ask, he calls them the brainiacs that know the computers that can run this thing. Are they good brainiacs or are they bad brainiacs? Just like the witches from The Wizard of Oz. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Because if you're a bad brainiac, you can control my car in a bad way. I don't think I like that. You know, the only one saving money on this, what they call the OTA, over the airwave updates for your computer, they're saving huge money, is the dealers. The dealers are making big dough. They don't have to pay a mechanic to plug in and do this thing. You don't have to make an appointment, take it to the dealer, yada yada. They're eliminating everybody. They got their engineers sitting there putting the updates in your computer. For all you potential gearheads out there, if you just want to go out and buy something that's awesome, awesome, the 2018 Challenger SRT Demon. This is a beast. This is a beast. I repeat, a beast. They finally set a price tag on it because it's coming out with destination fee and gas. You got to pay a gas guzzler tax for this baby. Let me just tell you. $86,090. Now, to turn it into the Demon, you pay $1 and for what they call the Demon Crate option. In other words, the Demon Crate, they just program the bejesus out of you, and I'm telling you, this car, when you buy the Demon Crate option, it comes with parts and pieces to turn this little vehicle into a sub 10-second missile. This thing will run in the 9s on the street off the showroom floor. It'll pick the front wheel off the ground from takeoff. Rather than, if you've got $86,000 to blow around, by God, this is your baby. Let me just tell you, 10-second street machine. 10 seconds.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. Hey, that 2003 Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Our boy had a flat tire about a year ago. He tried to get that donut down out of there.
Oh,
he turned it, seized up. It's down about 2 inches. You keep turning, it just turns. What am I going to do? How am I going to get that donut out of there?
You got to go in there with an air hacksaw and cut the cord. You got to buy a whole new mechanism to put it back up there because that's frozen up. It's rusted shut. You need to cut that thing off of there. You got to cut it off with a hacksaw, and we use an air hacksaw or a power saw. It saws all. Just be careful. And yeah.
How you going to get it? How you going to get in that? If it's still up there and you only got a couple inches down with a hacksaw, how are you going to get in there?
We have these little air hacksaws we use. They're very thin, and we get in there and cut that cord, and I've even had to go in with a torch on the bottom and cut them. Once you get it down, then of course you can take the bolts out, and you got to buy a whole new mechanism to put up in there because that's rusted shut. No, that's a pain.
I was thinking I was drilling down. In top there, drill down through that nut on top. You drill that to the right diameter. Won't that cable drop down out of there then?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
You could try. That'd be something. If that works, let me know because I might use that.
I'm trying it. The only trouble is I got one of them drills you got to charge. I got to get a bigger drill. I'm going down through there. If I get through there with a 3/4 drill, I bet that thing will go all the way down. I bet it'll just drop out of there.
You should be able to get a socket on it. Or a gun of some kind, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If it works, I'll call you and tell you.
Please do. I'll be very interested, buddy.
All
Thanks,
right.
thanks for calling.
Hey. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I got to tell you, innovation. Man, we have thrown away, I bet I've thrown away hundreds of those spare tire mechanisms because they rust. They're underneath the vehicle. They're splashed with every kind of water and crap known to man. Of course, in our Midwest area here, we use a lot of salt and a lot of cinders and just junk in the wintertime. It's not good. Ford, 300-mile, all-electric crossover. Affordability to them is job one. Now, they're saying, this year, they're going to make the F-150 and the Mustang, they're going to make a version of it that is hybrid. Half electric, half gas. If you're going to race your Mustang, just make sure you put it in the gas mode. I don't know. I got to see this. This is to believe. It's 2018. But now in 2019, by the middle of 2019, they hope to have an all-electric sport utility. Okay, let's see what they call this. They call it a compact utility model. Crossover. And it's going to be all electric. Ford plans to make it happen. Unbelievable. See what it gives.